Welcome to Thriving Thursday. Today we're going to talk about emotional hooks. And we're going to talk about them from the standpoint of listening to your audience, talking to them, asking questions. This is actually going to be one of two. We're going to continue this on next week's Thriving Thursday. But questions that you should be asking to everyone that you talk to on a strategy session, and writing down those answers and keeping those answers someplace where when you begin to write copy, you can actually use those same words and reflect them back and be able to really hook people in emotionally to what you're saying. So not only places for copy, but also when you're speaking on future strategy sessions, if you know what those words are and what those hooks are, you can do a tremendous amount of closing just with that sort of knowledge. So let's get into it. So complete your hooks succinctly. And what that means is find out what solutions are, what these people want most. And when I say solutions, let me just go back to that for a minute. You have the solutions, but in order to close or in order to write good copy, you have to be able to project those solutions in words that they understand. Find out what they want most. That's really, really important here. This is not about you. This is about them and what they want, what they need, what they're willing to step into. And just know there are going to be people who are not willing to step in and fix the problem. One of the things I hear all the time, especially from coaches who are like mindset coaches and even psychologists, is they'll tell me that their product is for everybody. And this is a great example. Everybody wants to be happy. Well, the truth is that not everybody wants to be happy. There are people out there that their unhappiness and they're complaining and they're unmotivated or whatever it is for them that deprives them from being happy is serving them in some way. So those are people who are not going to want to fix it until they hit rock bottom. So you have to be able to speak to those people who do want to fix it. How this is only, you need to be able to explain how this is only attainable with your product and service, meaning the result. How are you different from other people? And people they don't want to hear, potential clients don't want to hear about your process. They want to hear about the solution, the result. And so again, that's what they're looking for. They're looking for results, not the process. I was just speaking with someone who has a product that they'd like me to promote for them, or at least work with them a little bit. And every time I've explained it to someone, we've explained it in process. And we have to get beyond that because people are so confused by the process of using this app that they're not seeing the real benefits yet. So all of this requires that you talk to people, and talking to people means that you create value, you create copy, you create all of your emotional hooks about meeting them where they are at today. People quite often, experts quite often try to get people to where you want them to be. You have to start addressing them right where they're at today. That's why when people come into Superbrand and Winsome Media Group and they say, how much is this going to cost me? I can't really give them pricing until I look at what they have. Some people are coming in at the very beginning, and I need to meet them at the very beginning, them and their needs, and that's a much bigger process. Some people already have platform pieces together and they're just not integrating them. They don't know how to do that. That's a different conversation altogether. And so you have to meet them exactly where they're at. The questions to begin asking potential clients to get this done. When you're on the phone with someone, start asking questions like, tell me about your business as it looks right now. That helps you find out where they are today. What does your typical day look like? Why do you want to ask this? You want to find out, are they overwhelmed and they're not getting things done? Are they not delegating? Are they, there's all kinds of different things, conclusions that can be drawn by asking that question. What are your biggest frustrations? Because a lot of times I hear overwhelm. I don't have time to do this, and yet they're unwilling to let go of anything. So get their frustrations out in their own words, because more than likely the words they're using are what others are using as well. Get really curious and start asking. Just ask the question, why do you think this has been a struggle for you? Tell me about that. Because a lot of times they don't even know, or they'll really start to get clear on what that is just because you've asked. Talk about their pain points. Get their pain points from them in their own words. When we have a Facebook group and we ask questions at the beginning for the approval process to get in, that's what we're looking for then. What are their pain points? What are the patterns we're hearing over and over and over? What have you tried already? And why do you think it didn't work? This is a crucial question because a lot of times my solution is going to go back to something like this. So they'll tell me, well, I tried social media and it didn't work for me. But why do you think it didn't work for you? Because it works when you work it right, but if you're not keeping up with changes, if you're not keeping up or consistently doing what you're supposed to do, it's not going to work. So not only do you want to find out what they've tried, you want to get why they think it didn't work so you can see what's going on there. So remember, if you're not fully building your funnel and bringing all of this together and getting really solid on all of it, you're leaking clients and revenue. We'll explore part 2 next Thursday. Thanks for stopping by.